Good morning. All right. Now we're going to be opening pretty close to VPOC in value. Got jolts at 9 a.m. The kind of set me up to chill out the first 30 minutes. We'll see what happens here. Got some nice confluence right there at 80. We have the infamous BGL coming in at 80 right now. We have previous VPOC at 81.75, and we have full session VWAP at 81.25.50. So it's kind of a nice area to catch a bounce. We'll see what happens here. Off the opening range, and this is pointing out in the video, you got to be neutral now. You're in value, and nothing really to trade. And the thing is, value yesterday was created with a V shape, but if I'm going to kind of draw this out, not trade here. We had it really can, yeah, it's kind of there. This is kind of your value. That was 10 points. It was 10 points coming down. And once we pushed up into it, it was some effort to get over 80 before we had the real push out. And if you want to really get it granular, it's kind of like that. And that's where, as we were coming down, it was the kind of same place around that 86, 87. You can call it 87. Let's call it 87. There. This is, kind of, if there was a balance yesterday, that was it. And you had your little bit of opening balance, your IB up here down to 96, and that ran about 20 points, on that initial morning trade before we finally broke it down. This was first support, broke it down. This was coming up. It was a little bit of resistance coming up before, we finally broke it out. So, if there was any value yesterday, I think this is kind of gray box in there, and we'll just kind of draw it out. Call it 87 to the upside, and then 78 on the downside. Now I see where our opening range sits in. Did shift VPOC down, overnight VPOC down. Finally did. Starting to get some bigger trade coming in right before the open. So your overnight VPOC, unfortunately, had shifted down, and it kind of takes away trade idea for that. Would have been nice to see if we caught some buyers there at 80 and push into 5,300, get that overnight VPOC stat taken care of. But now we're about 4 points from previous VPOC, and not even 4 points, 3 points of overnight VPOC, previous VPOC. So everything's kind of settling in here. So let's see what our opening range does. And again, 9 o'clock central, you have jolts in that. Most likely will add some volatility to the trade. I think our swim come back up yet. Let's see. Yeah, they did. They went down. Kind of weird. All these glitches that we're getting. glitch with a few stocks like Berkshire Hathaway. Yesterday, Thinkorswim down this morning. Still carving out that opening range. Came right into mid. Hold on just a second. All right. I just was wanting that overnight V or the VPOG. That's what, and it's the trade I'm going to talk about. It was really hoping we open lower in value and come up and tag it from the upside, but didn't quite happen. Haven't really put in an opening swing yet. I want to see. Let's see if this 78 holds. Gives us our opening range. A little bit better push that time. idea. I haven't found a buyer. The initial push higher off the open. Open is right at the overnight VPOC. And had that initial push into 88, and then we just trended down. There's not a really, I haven't found, for me, the opening swing isn't 5 minutes, it isn't 10 minutes, it isn't 30 seconds. It's where were your first sellers and where were your first buyers. This is your first set of sellers, responsive, strong sellers. And you haven't found that buyer yet. So, we did push back. This is a decent little rotation up. I'd rather see this get to at least, test over mid, maybe our developing VPOC here. But kind of set it. Kind of set my opening range. Kind of guessed it ahead of time. It was a little bit, I was a point off on the upside, but see how you have a nice little recovery of the market there. You get a little bit stronger buyer. You see the delta coming in off the zero line. So that's for me, this is your opening swing right here. About 10 points, which is decent. Sorry. Communications with the wife. Yeah, Jed, that was the ultimately the best setup would have been um, for the market overnight to stay a little bit bearish underneath. Maybe open down here in the 70s and see that push off. Into previous VPOC. Maybe make some a little bit of resistance there, and then eventually. Uh, it might have been a few hours from now, but make that trip up to the overnight VPOC, because the overnight VPOC was nice too, because it was kind of confluent in that area that, both of those, both of those V shapes, kind of ended at the same place, around that 5,300. So it would have been a nice, just following what the market's been doing. And that's early weakness and then V-shaped recovery. And would have set up, kind of YOLO it into the afternoon. But came down and tested it from underneath, which was fine. It could have really, it probably once we had this little, I took it a little bit late, but the push back into the open, this one here, you could have taken a stab at hitting overnight VPOC, and it was a very confluent area, and I'll keep harping about it until they change the way they do it. But 78 to 82, that the eights and the twos, are always somebody selling or buying, and that opening swing low is 77.75, so close enough to 78, and our opening swing high is what, 88. They just, I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know how the algos are set, but this has been going on for ever since COVID, really. So still getting stuck under the open. About 15 minutes in. Delta flat. We did have that the buying come in right before the open. They sold it back down to Delta neutral. Watch that zero. It's one of those ideas of, usually, unless it's just a strong liquidation or an OTF, who's involved in the market, who doesn't give a crap about our levels, zero on Delta is usually at least initially a support coming into it, or it's resistance coming up to it. And and again, just kind of the 10Ks, and you'll see those marked on my cumulative as well. 10Ks are the same thing, kind of like zero. Usually they turn into support or resistance. Don't know if algos are keyed off that kind of stuff, but it always seems to work. So if it's more of if you feel like you're not trending down, it's not a OTF kind of trading. Those are levels on cumulative delta that I pay attention to. Just trading value. Value high from yesterday is 96. Value low is all the way down at 52. Decent little range to develop value and finally get some value developed. Right, pushing up into the opening swing high, and what I want to see is an impulse out of it, and so if I can't catch a swing and see if this acts as support at that initial selling, and you can see that nice little trend down, an impulse down off of that 88 level, and we push back into it. It's still holding. And I treat it just like balance, with balance rules and everything else. Look above and fail, look below and go, look above, break above and go. You target the opening swing range, which is 10 points today, which would get you into previous value high. Look above, it becomes resistance again. You target balance low. So stay in the range, build up inventory for an eventual break of it. So holding open and good for buyers. Not really a clean break if it does break here. One thing I don't see on this, and maybe they're We'll start doing it after Joel's reports and ADP is that you're not seeing that gamma increase. You know, it's coming into these numbers. We always seem to get really bullish. I haven't seen it yet. Maybe they're all waiting for Jolts. I don't know. So consolidating over the open at the opening swing high, but not making much progress. Couple look aboves. Well, one look above, one tick above, or two ticks above. No effort. Open was 85, not 82. What was it? No. There, 85. About 90 seconds till jolts. Initial reaction is up. And down. We're going to do this dance now. No good on, huh, buyers? That's it. Look to previous value, looking for it to. What's going to happen here? Let this data, or let the market settle a little bit. Obviously, it was the first push was over the. Looking bullish. Pull back into that. Just right into the opening swing high. So you're over the opening swing high. 20 points on the IB range. Plenty of selling here. You got plenty of liquidity up here at 96. Just gonna watch this 92. Yeah, we're not even getting close to it. 93.50. There we go. got some strong buying here. And selling. We can kind of let this settle out. Back in the opening swing, if this was going to be a stronger move to the upside, you'd want to see that hold. Because initial sellers in this. Peaked it up, a strong rotation down. So the low on the data was already down below it. Let's see if we all in 5 minutes. You got the volatility for sure. Let's see what the number was. This is obviously not good for buy. You'd want to have seen that data hold it. Let's see what that data was. Jolts. Hello. Update. Jolts. So light. Forecast was 8.4 million and it came in at 8.05. So a little bit. Factory orders came in normal. Job quits were a little bit higher for as well. So light on the job openings, and let me get a little opening swing here. Back in the opening swing. No fight about it some more. See what happens when we come back into 88. If you can do it, buyers. You have plenty of overhead now. And it's at 500. It's sitting there at 84.75. They leave. Back over full session VWAP. Pretty flat. Our VPOCs are about the same. We got Portlow in there. It's likely going to be choppy. I came down to the opening swing low. I was hoping to get a little flush from the opening swing low. It didn't happen. You're just going to have chop, 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 chop. Previous VPOC here. We got that poor low though, and I like that. I'm going to look above and fail. Came right into the opening swing low, put in the poor low. Target that again. And get chopped up. Who's doing this at the MIB? You got that aggressive buyer there at 78 for sure. You see that on Delta. It happens when it comes into 85. I'm gonna try it from here. It'd be 86, so really 86, somewhere over 86. And it could, I mean, it's you're in this IB. It's kind of risky trades on here. Look at this shit, man. All right, all right, all right. I'm gonna do it again. Off this opening swing, see if I get some rejection. This, if you leave that low, I'm going to be pissed at you guys. Look this monkey crap. I'll go over 90 on that. It'll be another day where I just got to use the damn. So that's your opening swing high. Let's see if we can't get at least a push back down to a little bit stronger than I thought. There's the open, back underneath the open. Flush this thing, man. And get that poor low corrected. Damn it. Hold the fucking open. You bums. You got stuff to correct down here, guys. What exactly? You know, it's kind of that. I bet if I look at rates or probabilities of rate cuts, they're going back to 2. So weak jobs number, you would assume a weak NFP report. And this market's obsession with rate cuts. And, what I get for trading IB, man. It's fucking ridiculous. IBs that we've been putting in. And get back underneath that open, damn it. Could go all the way back to value high before that shit corrects, but just stop. What happened to the options market on that data? Day 7,000 of me getting chopped to fuck in the IB. I'm getting so tired of it, guys. I really am. Monkeys. Monkeys. Just let it go, guys. And see, now you piss me off, and I'm gonna get hurt in these accounts again. I'm short my personal account too from that. Alright, guys, just correct your shit before you. I hate when they do crap like that in the IB. Just be done. Come on, sellers. Just get that correction. I want to take 4-point trades. I really don't. I don't know if I'm going to move my take profit down or not on this, but I'm probably going to get fucking slammed again. Man. This market is just redonkulous. I'm going to try. I have to flatten, but going to get a response off this damn IB here at 82. I'm a little bit higher in my personal account than he is. Kind of hard to trade both at the same time. My entry on personal account was 87.25. I've already taken off half. So got runners there. I just got the runners at break even until we get this damn IB corrected. Correct it. Give me a lower high. Take out that 81. Don't come back up to 86. Bums, man. Come on. I'm not going to take a loss on this. Might only be 2 ticks, but it's still shooting for that damn correction of the poor low in the IB. And at the opening swing low, and that could set up some nice trade to the downside if they can do it. And I don't know. I haven't seen a poor low in the IB in ages, or a poor high. Heck of a little range to break out of now. Um, just stop, guys. It's kind of like yesterday. Fucking bums, man. Sit here and sit here and sit here in this. Oh, you bums. Ridiculous. Guys, come on. Right back through this shit. God dang, man. Come on. How much do we have to trade this? So what gets my frustration in the first hour. I mean, how much do you have to trade this, guys? What is 125? It's not a huge amount of volume. Weighted sectors are positive. We're sitting at about 60% down. Volume across the board, except for magical cues, are positive. Picks up a little bit, not anything spectacular. What do we got? 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes for C period to start. Let's see if I can't fucking correct this shit. Yuck. It's kind of calmed down here. Well, it got on range, 20 points. Still think you can get 30, 10 points of range. Do it again. Hold this damn opening range for me. I said 87.75. I don't want to get too hurting these accounts in the morning. Haven't had to make up 10 points in a while. I still want to see this game. Poor low, guys. Poor low. Don't do it again. Don't fucking do it again, man. Ugh. You're gross buyers. You really fucking are. Ugh. Here we got 9 points. It'll build up a good. Look at that low. Hey, y'all are gross, man. And it's actually not buyers, it's sellers. Sellers suck, man. I mean, they just suck. And I know we're kind of neutral and maybe a little bit bullish on things, but ugh. What time is it? They get about 45 seconds for C to open. I still want that damn poor low correct. It's going to be the death of me today. Let's see what C period opens with. Look at this delta. Let's see what happens here. I don't even want to trade this. Singles. We're freaking open with singles. Are you effing kidding me, guys? What the hell's NASDAQ doing? You're gross, yes. Just want to get out of this damn May range. Back over the opening swing, so you gotta stay bullish, but still in previous value. You got that damn poor low. It's unbelievable, man. Just garbage, garbage, garbage. Short time frame trading garbage, man. Alright, trade this shit. Idiots. It's just sellers just dried up, man. I got some. You can kind of see it on Delta on this move up. 1,000 was the max Delta 457. So they're running into resistance here. Is it enough to push it all the way back down? I don't know. If I can see a negative delta on anything, it's just garbage. Where do you buyers freaking come from? Is it 153? I mean, it's the delta sucks, or not delta, but the come on, come back into this effing range and get your or low corrected. Coming to the open at 85. I may have to take this in 3 or 4 trades. I really don't want to. And these accounts, it's not something you want to do. That's an 80-25, some 90-25. 3-point stop. I don't want to get really, really under. don't want to take it in 2-point increments, but I may have to through this chop this IB until we break the IB. And it kind of be in the next judgment period, but like I said, I'd rather see this damn IB low corrected. But it might be one of those damn things, you have to go neutral on the day to get it fucking corrected because of this chop through here. So, break the IB high, fail at 5,300, and then liquidate down into a neutral day. But I'd rather just get this damn thing corrected now, come down into that around 62, 64 overnight low. And then find your buyers, but here's 70 fucking 8, man. The 8s. Coming down. Kind of trying to front run these damn sellers, but they suck. You really don't want to. You'd rather see this get down below the open and then bring in that selling, but I got some points to make up, and I would rather have them fail that open and then come down that test. But one trade to kind of make up to stupid IB trades that I did, and then try to get lucky on an IB break to the downside. With this, I'll keep trailing this down. 80 would be kind of right here, would be that swing low. So get this down below the swing low. I think you got your IB break, and then, or at least a correction. You get your IB break and the correction of the poor low on this, and then just start trailing it down. Let's see if I can't get overnight low. That 62, 64 area is that 2-day balance high. I think buyers have got to keep the closes this week over that. So I would expect for them to come in from that. Come on, man. Just one trade. Get me back to at least break even in these accounts. You just can't fucking do it, guys. You just buy every dip. Stop worrying about the poor low. Those are always, IB, poor lows, poor highs are always the death of me. Used to be such a solid trade. You wouldn't have seen this 3 years ago. You would have at least corrected that poor low. You might have only got 2 ticks of extension on there, but you wouldn't have a damn poor low on the day this early in the IB. So, mid is about 88. That's where I'm trading from. So, look at this crap. You guys suck, man. Here we go again. Come on, guys. Just keep something fucking going, man. Let's see, get a lower high out of this. I may have to re-enter that short, but garbage, man. Come on, guys. Come on. A lower high. 50% would be about 80-50 on this down rotation. So the rotation's going to keep, this is where you want it to hold on the downside. Do it, guys. Come on. Come on. Take that low at 83. Get this shit corrected. I will buy the hell out of this if we get a look below and fail of that 78. But you mother effers, I'm gonna get hurt today. I can already tell. Don't do it, guys. Don't do this crap. I have to wait till I can't. It's just garbage, man. What is this? 20 point IB. It's breakable. If they break the IB higher, I'm gonna be so pissed. Be really pissed at you guys. And just that nothing. Just garbage. Anyway, once again in the IB, it's just fuck yeah. It's got these damn dip buyers in there, and they did bring it up. If we're gonna do this poor low, and it might stay there, it might be one of those 1% days that we do this, or like I said, you're gonna get that failure over the IB high, and it's got to be a pretty quick failure, and then get that neutral day going. But the neutral day may not present itself until the afternoon, and so I'm not going to buy this crap. And it's going to be our range. We should kind of play this range. Another solid bar. Potentially, you're going to put in a lower high on. We'll see when we get up. Let's see what happens here. Put a lower high in on Delta if the sellers show up here, but we'll see. It'd be kind of. Is it that bear bullish in cash? Man, I got slammed today. I don't like that, guys. I don't like you. Man, I am just not reading things close to normal. Man, you got it, guys. Come on. Or you give me a damn poor low, poor high. done with you guys. What do we got for NQ's potion? That's why. You got a low volume node right there at opening swing high. It might be. It's just going to continue. You want it over the opening swing high. Just want the damn poor low corrected, guys. Don't be jerks. Or put in a poor high, poor low on the IB. Take this in 2 shots as well. So you're coming into this low volume node, so you're going to get those buyers, but just seeing that low volume node, it is right over the opening swing. Give me at least a 5-point trade out of those guys. This is where this came in, right at the opening swing high, this rotation up that we're coming down to the bottom of it. There, you know, how many more times, sellers, do we got to do this? That, come on, man. Can clear up this whole morning in one damn trade. Come on. I don't know. Like I said, it might be a couple trades to make this back. You just want to make sure. I don't want to see this thing damn put in a higher low again underneath this 88, or just rip through it like it doesn't matter anymore. But you got to correct this shit, guys. Come on. For me. No, don't do it, guys. You got that low volume node there. Just puke these guys up. Puke every one of them up. Said again, 6-point trade. I should take this off, but I'm so much in a hole right now that I really, and I got this damn poor low, and volatility is there, and just don't expect it with VIX being this low. Come on, no, don't let it come back up from there, guys. Not 85, not some random ass. There is the open, but now lower high underneath. There you go. Come on, now push this open, guys. Come on. Come on, sellers. You're supposed to sell in the morning. Guys, come on. No. Yeah, I'll take that. What is that? Yeah, I'll do it at 98. That'll give me 2 points back. You can get 2 points back on this trade. garbage shit. Hold something, guys. Come on, sellers. Oh my goodness, sellers. You do got a series of higher lows, but again, it just keeps gonna get underneath this damn BGL once and for all. BGL is either my hero or it is my nemesis, and right now it's being the nemesis. Puke 'em. Come on, sellers. At least tightening up. Fuck. Man. Come on, sellers. Jace. You've been so good in the morning, sellers. You can get that reversed today. I'm going to do this all afternoon. As it counts to get them back to fucking break even. You suck, sellers. We're out these buyers, guys. Come on. You're selling, so this rotation, almost got the bees high, a few points from it, a few ticks from it. But look at where your delta is here. This low, got a little bit higher delta on this. So you're just kind of consolidating this and see if you can't get a break. And tire out these buyers, I bet, as I sit here, I'm going to look at forwards, rate cuts. Forward rate cut, yeah, we're floating down to 2 rate cuts. So that's keeping the NASDAQ bid, but it's just kind of there. Now go, guys. Go. No, I know there's sellers up there. And these damn buyers just keep coming in, man. Look at that. 14, 13, 1300 negative delta. Just solid sell. But you got that absorption right there. They can push it right damn back up. Come on, sellers. Damn you. Well, it looks like the break is going to be 80 or, kind of find support in the 90s. But D period starts in 5 minutes. So I'm going to leave this. I get 2 points. I'm still looking for buyers to fail in the 90s for now. Still looking to get this IB low corrected, which would be a break of the IB to the downside. And that opens up that 62.64 on that. So if we do get that, I'm going to have to see something solid, in D period on a break underneath the open in previous VPOC. This is the rotation down. So this was your rotation up. This was the counter auction. Lower high off of that, but now we're just kind of consolidating in this. But Look at that delta just cruising back down. It's, wear these buyers out, man. Wear them out. Get this damn low corrected. Weak ass low. Say I could take 7 points, 8 points right now, get it almost back to break even. My confidence to the downside is waning. I gotta see these damn buyers give up, and they just. It's a weak push on Delta. Come on, guys, just wear out for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is all it would take. Just wear out for 10 minutes. Let's get this. I'm going to move it down there. Here's mid. Get under mid. There you go. Come on. Under mid. Come on. Time to puke. 85's the open. Like I said, it might be 2 trades I have to take this in, but I still am shooting for that low to get corrected. Don't want to see too much hype over the open at 85 now. Sellers have taken back the open. Down here, previous VPOC. Get this train running, guys. There you go. There you go. There you go. Come on. Now this low looks like ass. Come on. See, and I could sit here and, hey, you got your 1 damn point. You're back to break even. You know this damn low is going to give at some point today. And this is where in my personal account, any kind of rotation upwards under 85, I want to add into that short. And you can't really do it in, or at least the way this market is trading, you can't really do it in those Apex accounts if you're under the trailing drawdown. If you haven't, you're not in a PA and you got some balance in there, because you're got to deal with that trailing drawdown. And let's see what happens. You got 1.5 minutes till B period starts, or D period starts. And like I said, it might be I have to take this trade in 2 increments. There's the second push above that got sold into. We got this weak ass low. Take out these early buyers, and and if they want to go down 1 point and push this thing back over the open, I'll follow them on a neutral day, but without good extension, off the IB. But correct this damn IB first, guys. Come on. You're down below 80. Being a stubborn pig may have helped me, although, I took a lot of Come on, D. Don't you dare. There you go. Come on. Look at them, man. They do love that 78, man. Now the low is even worse. Be a lot of stops there at 78. If you can get down there, sellers. Jeez, man. Delta back below zero. Come on, just give it to me. Please. Look at that low, man. If they push off this low again, I'll do it again. I may be stupid. Might be one of those days that I'm trying not to rant, but halfback on is all the way up at 88, man. You know, like I said, I may have to take this in 2 trades to get break even today on these accounts, but then see what happens at lunch, see if I can build it. But it'd be nice to come back into lunch as a break even on this fucking IB. You have got to be kidding me, market. You just can't play these fucking poor lows anymore, poor highs in the IB. Bearish as hell, but and so all you're doing is, you see, you take our VPOC now, it's 83. Where does it get centered at? And it'd be kind of that 70 area to get it back to mid. So I'll show you in a second, because I may have to flatten this fucking thing out. It's fucking buyers, man. Actually, it's sellers. Sellers just suck. Back to previous VPOC. You're gonna make me do this twice, aren't you guys? You're gonna make me fucking do it twice on that low. Sorry, not gonna rant. Not gonna rant. Having fun. I'm having fun. It just takes so freaking long these days. Eat these buyers up, sellers. Just get it over with. I mean, another hour inside this IB, and it's not a big IB. It's kind of right there on the cusp. 20 points, but you shouldn't be trading this long in it. Come on, sellers. Oh, you fucking bastard sellers, you suck. Come on, guys. Come on. Trying to be patient with your ass. Do your job. Market gods. Come on, market gods. Give me a pretty profile. I've waited so long. 3 trades. Try to get it. This will be the 4th. Back down under 80, guys. Come on. Got this right here at 80, man. Right here at 80. You garbage. You are garbage, market. Oh, you fucking bastards. Sorry. Come on, man. Just correct that damn poor low. Maybe it's going to be E period. All right, sellers. Come on. Puke this. Puke these buyers up at least at 80. That's just rude. It's just a random number, guys. Gotta be plenty of stops there. 75, there you go. Finally, jeez, man. 75. Gonna be. The nice thing is that the 77.75, that is your IB low. Now, if buyers want to step in and get us a neutral day, I'm fine with it because at least now, what did you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ticks of extension on here. If, buyers show up at 75, you see some aggressive buying, you see that delta just really cruise, then fine. At least you got a correction of that poor low. I'd rather see this down here in the 62, 64 area. That is that 2-day balance size, the overnight low. We still have the overnight stat to take care of. And but the choppy IB, kind of playing this choppy down rotation. We know there's sellers up here over 94. Second standard deviation VWAP comes in 68.70. That would be the first place. I look kind of for a reversal, but your 1.5, your 50% extension of the IB comes in at 68. A perfect world. You get the break of the IB low, and you get your extension. That's perfect world, but the last couple days, Friday and Monday, have been so V-shaped that you might not get it. We need to fill out this value. And if we look at it from those past 2 days, and just open up the profiles. This was kind of that area I'd highlighted before. God, I can't believe that. Kind of in this area, you can move this up a little bit, but this is really what we're playing on this was the V shape on yesterday, and this is kind of where we were settling in. And so you're going to get a break probably today. You only got 21 points of range, so you potentially have some range extension to go before this is all said and done. And the first logical places would be that 50%, which is nice in that it does come. An overnight range is 41 points, so it may be one of those days the overnight doesn't play. But if we look at, we broke down and we had our V-shaped recovery, and the buyer stepped in about 68. It is on the 5 day. Um, Decent volume on there, and then the overnight was the same. We kind of dipped down into the overnight low, had some back and forth here before it pushed higher, and the so this area is going to be choppy. It's going to be just kind of fighting that balance, that middle balance. If you took this profile, I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, I can. I should be able to. Yeah. So you can see, this was the down move, right? And had a little bit of a balance area up here into that 96. We're failing that. Now we're back trading this second distribution in here, and then you have your third distribution here on the down move. So we're just this is kind of your middle spot of yesterday. If you break down below that 78, I would at least expect at 68, kind of 70, 68 area. Would be your first spot. You would look kind of for the reversal. That would be 50% IB extension and come back into this middle. If 68 gives, then it's the overnight low, and see if you can find acceptance inside this. You're just going to use, these levels, you're just going to use as potential support and resistance, and you're going to do it level to level on the downside. Previous value low is 52, and then the overnight low, previous low is 46. We're still inside the day. We did not take previous high, so we're still inside day today. So it does, this becomes a target as 1 in 10 days. About 10% of historically our days are inside. So if we do see some, follow through selling underneath the overnight low, previous value low is 52.75 and previous low is 46. That would be the target on that. You get extended on the day, based on IB. That would be 2 times extension on the IB, and you'd be looking at 21 plus 20, so about a 40-point range day. But if you look at the past 2 days, you had a 94, you had a 66, the overnight range was 41, and it's very possible you have a 40-point range day, and that would give you, as I was telling you, if we're looking at creating a balanced profile today, take the high, take the low, and then move it down to VPOC. If VPOC's going to stay there, that comes into that 68, and that would shift mid down to VPOC, and this would be a balanced day, inside day, and we would just be trading. We have this, like I was saying, you have this support here at 68 potentially, but that gets you 50% IB extension to the downside. This would make this a very balanced profile. If you did find the buyers there for the pushes back in, and then you can start playing more of a rotational day, balanced day in the profile. But let's see, they can actually accomplish it after. I'll stay on for a couple minutes on E period. Yeah, Rita. The other thing too is, you know, really. So these are 50K accounts. Um, I'm trading the minis, not the micros. And, you know, on the 50K accounts, I'm just trying to get them done. And, you know, these are all those 1 day pass things. And I'm not looking to pass them in 1 day. But I should, if I was being really conservative in my risk management, I would be playing like 5 micros in these accounts max. 2,500 drawdown. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to trade you know, even one mini, you know, on those. And then if you are trading just one mini, it's really difficult. At least I find it. It's really difficult to trade more than, you know, if you're only single, you really got to scalp it, you know, especially with the trailing drawdown, because you know you don't have that ability to say, okay, I'm going to take 3 points on this trade and I got one left over, to see where it's going to go, you know. So it becomes more kind of a scalp situation, and it's tough. It's tough to scalp ES on you know, 3 point trades. But if you go two minis on these accounts, you know, and if you have a, even if you were perfect and could set trailing stops at 3 points, you know, that's $300 a trade, you know, on a stop loss. And, you know, that's over 10% of your account. Yeah, you would have to take one stop loss a day, you know, lose 10% of your account. And so you got 10 trades, you know, not even 10 trades. You got, what, 9 trades, 8 trades that you can be right or wrong, yeah, or, you know, wrong in before things. And if you're not at that trailing drawdown, it doesn't matter when those 8 trades come. And you know, you heard me say it before. It's, you can certainly get trading futures. You can certainly go down 10 in a row. Uh, it's not hard to do that. You know, trading futures, you really got to look at yourself over a couple hundred trades, you know, to see if your strategy is actually working. And even if you were a 60% trader, you know, just use 100. 60% trader, that's 40 trades that you're going to be wrong in. And you can still be a profitable trader if you're looking for like 2-to-1 trades. And you don't know when those 40 losses are going to come. They can come in a swarm, you know, of 10 losses in a row. And it's, I haven't had 10 losses in a row in a while, but they do happen. And on these accounts, even trading one contract, 10 losses in a row with a, you know, two minis, you're done, you know, in these accounts. So it's tough to trade the micros, but the downside to trading the micro is your commissions and your fees are such that, you know, on a, using AMP as an example, if I take a scratch with one tick, I made like $9 a contract on that scratch. On the micros, I would actually I think I'd be break even, maybe make 9 cents or something like that. But trading the micros on the Apex accounts, and I think it's probably even worse with Top Step. If you scratch at a tick, you lost a little bit of money, and so with the micros, it's the commission on it just eats you alive. If I'm trading 10 micros, it's 10, a little bit over $10 in commission. If I'm trading one mini, it's like 350, 360, I think, commission on that mini. So it's tough. It's tough. And I, tell everybody, micros are great to learn with for sure, because you're not going to get in trouble. You can learn strategy with 3 micros. And, if you take a 4-point stop, that's 12 points, $60. Whereas 4 points with 3 minis, 12, that's like $600. And so they're a good little tool, that you can use. I wouldn't stay with them long unless your strategy is, I'm going to call D's high. I'm short in 96. I'm just going to let it run. And then, yeah, you got 20 points, on your trade there. Yeah, it's $100 per micro. But that's what you got to do with the micros. And I haven't done swing trading in well over a year now. But I'll do it with micros. And with the micros, my stops with the micros on a swing trade, maybe 20 points, these zones, this would be like this isn't, by the way, but this would be a micro zone for me. This is 10 points a risk. And, if we break over that and for some reason, I'm looking to get long on a break at 88, my stop's underneath 78 on those. But day trading, no, if your strategy on day trade, as far as I'm concerned, if your strategy on day trading futures, ES, and you have 10-point stops, that's insane. The only time I would have a stop on that was like 10 points on something would be runners, number one, and it would have to be my absolute last set of runners. And we would have to be so far away that, like on a trend day, that my original runners are, 20 points, 30 points deep in the money. And, because on trend days, your rotations are such that you may have to give 10 points back. It's, we talk about that trade every time it happens when you're one time framing higher on a morning, or one time framing down on a morning. All morning we always look for that afternoon pullback high or that afternoon rally high, afternoon rally high or afternoon pullback low to add in, to that position. And that could be 10 points, and so that, it might be 50%, that's my stop, on that runner. And, but yeah, just trading this crap that we're going through now. Yeah. 10-point runners, maybe you bought that low, back into 78, if you did, my stop wouldn't be 78 on this, but it's tough. Yeah, the micros are tough. Yeah, so the Apex, the way I understand those rules on DCA, they give you one, which is cool that they allow you that one, because it's just like this high. Your first short on that may have been full session VWAP, and you were willing, for whatever reason, I probably wouldn't, but we do have 88 as our opening swing low. So maybe you take the open, short on that. But it continues to push up into 88. And so you're 85, you take 88, you're still in the opening swing. You can do that one time in Apex. In the PA accounts, I don't think they even care about it in the evaluations. But so you can take that one. But if you don't get that reaction you're looking for, you can't add in again, short at 90 or something, that trying to bring your average in. And that's, it's their rules. If you're going to play their rules, then you got to worry about that. But if you're going to do these accounts, but that's one of those areas where it's up to you. I wouldn't do it, but it's up to you in your personal account. You may have, your strategy might be, I'm going to start shorting at 85 and I'm willing to short all the way up to 90, to add in my position. And maybe you were going to do five. And so you add your first one at 5, you're going to add your second one at 87.50, and then the other three at 90, and now your dollar cost average is probably somewhere around that 88, zone, the opening swing. And you're good on that trade, and you can't do that with the Apex. And so as we're sitting here blabbing through E period, I don't like necessarily trading E period as much. I kind of feel like E period is kind of the initial elbow room coming into lunch. It's kind of that transition from Europe close and getting into lunch period, for the market. So kind of don't know. A lot of time, if I'm not on mic, I'm not even up here. I just kind of let it come happen, and about 10:55 I'll come back in and see what it did. So here we again, this is our opening swing. Just kind of put these side by side. There. Let's see what our rotations look like. A lot of chop. A lot of damn chop. I know it's going to look kind of goofy, but so we had the tag, the 77.75 is your opening swing low. We had that push over the opening swing high, failed, and this was before. Oh, this was data. Had that initial attempt, just a nuanced higher high on this before we fell back down, just kind of watching Delta progress. Finally got back down to 0 as we came into this. And then we had the second push with higher delta but lower price. That would keep you bullish. You're obviously finding more aggressive buyers at this point than sellers, but there's definitely liquidity overhead in the 90s. And then finally, we get the nuanced lower low. We correct that damn poor low, and we're trading inside the opening swing. So 88 still holds. Here comes the break lower on D. There's your poor low. All right, Europe is closed. E period. We'll see what kind of action we get here. Price action on putting Europe to bed. They're off to the pub. Lucky guys. And again, coming into the afternoon, you already broke the IB low. So targets on that are going to be the 68. They line up. I was talking about how that 68 lines up. That would be your initial target to the downside. Your IB low is, that's, just call it 78. I'm not going to get too particular about where it is. And as long as we're holding, really under 80, underneath previous VPOC here, you still want to see this market rotate down. And that'll give you a balanced look to the day. We know that the market has been somewhat weak the last couple days in the morning. And we get these things like 1.5 times IB extension, 2 times IB extension. And then around that noontime hour, G period, H period, I period, that's when the reversal starts. Little bit change this morning is we were initially bullish on this. We filled in that middle distribution from yesterday, and now we're pushing out of it. And the support, so this was our H period, went outside. H period being H period. Or was that? Is that H? Yeah, H period goes outside. So we push lower through H period. H period found its buyers at under 50. Go outside, open up I, some back and forth here at 68 before sellers finally give up. We get some short cover, we get to the highs. So I would still be looking for that same kind of action. And we also know that if we don't get that, at H, it's something has changed. We're just kind of following that pattern of the way the markets worked the last 2 days, and see if if we get under a previous low, it kind of sets up to come back down into the 2-day balance low. It is our VPOC from Friday. That would get you your break of previous low, put us back into neutral on the daily time frame. But I think things can change. We'll see. And we'll see what happens at lunchtime hour. I do think things can change if you can get accelerated selling underneath the 60. The 64 is that 2-day balance high. So if you can actually get some acceleration, you're going to have to see volume come in. 50 is going to be really sticky. You could potentially just kind of have a liquidating break, back down to that Friday epoch, but it's kind of slow, tempo slowing down. Watch for singles, underneath the IB low. Um, if the singles do develop, the most conservative thing would be to only look for shorts. If buyers aren't strong enough to close the singles, you had a change to the auction. And so you got to be cautious on it, but just over what's happened the last 2 days, we put singles to the downside, and they were eaten up during lunch, or in the afternoon, I should say. Um, Gamma, we are flipped, so 5270 is the flip point. And what are we trading now? It's my damn SPX. 5261, but it's neutral. It's not a strong negative. It's not a strong positive. It's showing 165 as the gamma right now, so it's not that big of a deal. Zero DTE. Your support. Make sure there wasn't a big change on the 12. We're still running about 12 on that. So 72, which we're trading right now, has a lot of negative gamma on it. It's 5260 on ES. So if that does give, you're probably going to come down and test that overnight low. The overnight stat is still open, so 62 is a target, and that would get you if they can. This little zero DTE wall here at 72 can give. The dealers may be chasing those puts because those puts get in the money, and that might be able to get you down. Just kind of get a tag of the overnight low. And again, you're just going to have to see that acceleration to get the previous low. And I don't know if you got it. We'll see if we got it. But right in this area, kind of this 68 to 72, is going to be I think, your initial support. You can get under 68, target the overnight low. And then that becomes that zone, kind of 58 to 64. And if you remember from Thursday of last week, that 72 was just massive. There was a massive, massive seller on there. So it's very possible, that 72, and especially now that that put wall's there, is your support. So just we kind of been trading through it, so it's meaningless to me now, but it is the put wall for now on the zero DTE, so it could be that support, and it's for now looking like it is. We are, let's see, and broke one time framing inside down, so you are one time framing down right now, but not serious. The rotation factor is only -3, and we'll see. 72.68, that'll get you your 50% IB extension. Always look for that. Kind of look for that, and see. I'll update about 10 minutes before H period, and go from there for the afternoon trade. So.